It is important for you to understand that training is an important aspect for any individual to deliver the way they should be delivering in an organization. Even a similar task will have different methods of delivering it depending on which organization the individual joins. Therefore, it becomes an important aspect for an organization to have a very good and a strong training system or a training methodology. On-the-job training is good, but on-the-job training is primarily run by the leader, which means you can have 20 leaders running 20 different methods of on-the-job training in the organization. Standardization will happen only by classroom trainings, and it will happen only by the training which is standardized and delivered to everybody through a singular system or a singular method. So how do we understand what kind of a training an individual needs when they are performing? Yes, we can have certain standard deliveries that can be given, but every individual has a requirement which may not match into their delivery system. The simplest way or the most common method of trying to do training needs identification is to try and link the job description, which is what we expect the individual to do, to the outcome that the individual is giving on all of those. And link the job description that if a particular aspect A has to be delivered, then for delivering that particular aspect A, what are the skills or knowledge or experiences that the person requires. So if I am somebody who requires, who's required to ensure that hiring happens on time, then the skill required for me to ensure that the hiring happens on time is going to be sourcing. I should have the ability to source using different method. I should have the ability to be able to negotiate, okay, or which you can also call it influencing ability. If you are finding that I am not able to meet my hiring targets on time, which means you will need to figure out that either I am not good at sourcing or I am not good at influencing, which you can do by some kind of an analysis, trying to say sourcing meaning if I'm not able to give you even those many resumes, which means I'm not good at sourcing itself. However, if I'm getting resumes and I'm not able to convince them to join us or convince them to come for an interview, which means that I have some issues with influencing. So practically speaking, what we're doing is a very simple kind of a matrix that we're creating, a job description. To deliver on the job description, what are the skills or knowledge that are required and what kind of output I'm giving. Based on the output, I decide whether the skills and knowledge are fine or they are not fine. If you want to enhance, then yes, you can do, but to start with, most of the training programs you start with, but trying to find out what is it that the individual is not able to deliver on, and then find out the skills and knowledges that are required to deliver them and provide that training. This simple matrix can ensure that not only the individual says that the training is relevant to me, you will not only see the training attendance go up, but you will also see that the business managers would be more willing to let their people go for training. You will also see that as a business, the amount of resources you're putting on training is seeing a positive impact on the outcome of the business.